So actually, I got a little more done off the off stream really. A bit of a concrete type deal. Wood on the side. Pretty bare bones. I'll probably work on that a bit more. Add some crates, perhaps, or barrels on the side here. Probably texture this bit. Add some more pipes down over here. And probably work a bit more on the station. Add a bit more detail around the brick. And then work on the queue part, really. So it's quite a bit to do. Here, one there, and then around here. Like I said, I'm going to touch this part on kind of last, because I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with it. I have to make a bit of a house. It's not done yet, honestly. I need windows, some more walls. Get rid of this entirely, this little part. Back here. Better. Anywho, okay. Consists of about 100 objects so far. Wood to kind of contain it, I guess. The purpose of this was to actually make it look like when they were building the roller coaster, they would they kind of just dug up the ground a bit, and to prevent it from kind of like leaking over, potentially even causing a bit of a slide, put a concrete structure here, keep it from. Now I could actually a bit more inward. That, in fact, I think that might be the smarter idea in my opinion, because I don't want to be exposing like all that. It doesn't really look that good in my opinion at all, in fact. So trying to expose less of less of the concrete. So all that in quick, trying to find a good spot for it. Perhaps maybe even move it down a bit. But the point is just to look a bit more. Right now it doesn't look fantastic. That kind of looks alright. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be like in all the way. It just needs to like kind of show. And then with the terrain itself, I can surface. Thought that would show the wood. That looks pretty good, I think. Or with a smooth afterward. I do want some growth of the ground here. Kind of want it to show has aged a little bit. Cool. All right. It could look better. I could have some more details on the side of it, but I think the wood kind of gets the job done with the side of the details. I need something on top of it to show that it had more purpose there and just prevent, I guess, runoff or whatnot, or to prevent like landslides, because it looks like if it would rain really heavily, potentially move dirt down into the coaster itself. But this could potentially help it from slide. Overall, that too. I think there's such thing as much concrete showing through. Increase the intensity to 100% here and just go through with it. I'll be streaming this for a couple hours, so this might be a pretty long uh, still angry at myself. I didn't choose any dirt or any sand. I don't know why it didn't do that. But I'll live, I guess. I'll be fine. They make the this rock texture to look like sand. Anyway, time thing and potentially make some type of structure going over an arcway too. Sure. And at some point, I'm gonna make a transfer track, but I'm gonna do that off stream because that's gonna be A, boring to me, and B, I'm not really good at it. I don't want people like getting annoyed at me. Like bad with tracks. I can highlight all these. I want to take all this as one object and duplicate it and actually move it down, but I can't do that. Not that's bad. It's just observation. I know. Place some more rocks down. Get the feeling right here I could probably get away with making some type of rock structure actually. So this way this part's more interesting than just having foliage and the concrete base. But that might be a good idea. Because in this way, this whole area would look kind of cool from a distance. So you'd be looking over there at the launch and the dive. I'm sorry, Immelman. Then you'll also have. I think I should run. I mean, 60 puts in work. Anyway, but yeah, they're over here, the peeps or guests, what do you call them, and they'd be looking at launch, which in of itself is always cool. Looking at a launch is always neat. I don't know why. It's just more attractive looking than a lift hill for some reason. Anywho, see, you got the launch, then you got the Immelman, a nice curve with the airtime hill overwards. It'd be nice to have a bit of like a rock structure here to give it more personality, or not personality, but more like believability of like it's not just a coaster in the middle with trees, which I very often stray towards. So not stray so much towards that this time around. Utilize Planet Coaster a bit better. Higher. So try to account for the fact I'm too close to the edge of the map. I should have really done this more inland, but I wanted to try a unique entrance this time around, so I haven't going straight. I want to have like a curve to it, like up to it. Going. Here's the entrance. Go around. Well, in this case, actually, that would have had benefits because in this way, it would have been more tilted. It would have been more here than just there. It would have been rotated. So in a sense, it would have been better to have it straight, but oh well, I'll live. You know, it's not like a gigantic mountain, but like let's make something that's not a mountain, a hill, because really mountains are like at least that tall. Also, if I wasn't able to have an undo button, I would have done that otherwise. I'll give Planet Coaster that has an undo button. Has qualities of limits, but I'm not gonna go into it. Actually, there's really no, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get blamed for it, or I could just pass a day. I don't like that. Kind of already did with posting that video. I just wanted to make a comparison video. It seems sparked people had going on in their minds. Never really heard many people talking about the smoothness of the Planet Coaster for a while, so there's that. add some rocks here, going around. Give some breathing room for this both support and the concrete itself, because I don't really want to touch the concrete that much. It bothers me. It's gonna be going up this, and gonna go over. Like you're gonna see this from the friggin' Cobra roll. So that's what annoys me about the park border. Is I don't know. It annoys me a ton. You can definitely push it though. You wish you can go part ways outside of the border, but you can't. So that sucks. It's just unfortunate. I feel like it'd be a simple coding fix to just make it so you can edit. Now I'm not talking like all the way out here. I'm just talking about maybe just a bit. So this way, when you have a mountain near the edge of the map, it doesn't look so jarring and ugly. It just kind of blends in a bit better with the environment. I like having little small details like that. But I'll make this work. Okay, I guess. I'll leave the break right here. Kind of smooth out the rocks down here. They make it look less jagged. Put some trees here actually. Good. I should recreate one of my nomas too. Fun. But which one? I don't know. Something I've noticed a lot of people usually do with their rocks is when they do something like this, they don't really texture around it. Now, granted, it's a rare occasion, but like there could be like grass growing into the rock like that, but to me it never really looks that good. I usually like to have some type of rock texture accompanied with the rock that goes around it. Then dirt with like it blending into the grass slowly. You know what I mean by that is? Because I don't go over the rock itself with the texture that I want to use. And fine tune it and lower the intensity. It's like some type of other stuff. So like that, it makes it look a lot better, in my opinion. It just shows the rocks just don't really, they're not really like objects that just poke out of the ground. They're just there, kind of. And right here, like I said, I can place tree in a minute. I'm kind of making another layer of these rocks. Many rocks for its own good. Much. Enough. So then just kind of smooth it out and I'll be done. Rocks for now. Probably for a while. Sure. I place a black spruce tree like right here, but I don't think it would look that good. I don't think I should put any foliage within this section really. Maybe some bushes, but other than that, nothing. I don't think it would look that good. Actually, look like something would go. I kind of did. Right here, you can still see the structure, kind of. It was not perfect, but it's pretty good. Now I'll actually move over a bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it better. Or you already kind of tell the rock structures apart from the house, which is good old janitor there. Right up here, yes. Could probably extend the water about here. I think I should do that actually. That'd probably be a better idea. I want to align this with foliage. That look like crap. I don't like that. I hate this. Can't place anything like outside. I mean, yeah, it's a border. I understand that, but come on. I mean, if it's gonna look that jarring from whatever you're gonna make here, it should really like this. Really just makes you want to make something here instead of over here. I'll have to live with it. What can I really do about it? I completely get it's a border, but come on. But that looks a bit better. Makes it look a little more not natural, but just more. Wait for this. Could place a few of these, but isn't exactly an alpine styled coaster. Has qualities of one because of the rocks and then having spruce, but other than that, it's not really too crazy of an alpine theme. Wow. There's some huge friggin' trees, I won't lie. mean, sure, this could be kind of masked away from the Cobra roll. In fact, it probably will be. But I don't know. I'll have to see a POV this real quick. I'm quite. This is the first time it's shown off a POV of this ride. I'm just gonna let it go. It doesn't. So from over here, this actually looks pretty good. But here's how. It'll be a little janky at times, so. Well, it is pretty smooth. It's actually one of the smoothest coasters ever made. Okay, so you can't see it from here. Okay, that's good. So you can't see that part. Really good thing, in fact. That's a good thing. Only a 662 prestige. That's pretty bad. Anywho, make more of like a dark ride. And actually, I never really made one before. Fun to make. Really a pain in the ass. I'm not really too keen with interiors. I guess over here doesn't really matter a whole lot since in that part. Have a trick. Oops. I gotta put a few of these down actually. Pretty dumb. Bad boys. Seems to be one of the best bushes to use. You sink through ground just a little bit, and there you go. I got a bush. I wouldn't really say it scores the most points for a realistic setting, but at least kind of gives the ground something. Here's a quick thought. Can you guys believe this game actually recommends a 980 to run? To run this game on max, it recommends one, and I'm like, Get out of here, no way. But that's just if you want to play the game on high. If you want to stream and everything, it's probably you're probably gonna need like a 1070 or higher or something like that. I mean, granted, I have a 1060 card in here, a 6 GB 1060, and the game runs flawlessly. Even at a medium filled park, it runs pretty flawless. I just found it a little, not astounding, but like I just found it a little crazy. Just like, wow, game requires a pretty big graphics card load run. Again, not a bad thing, but it's just like, wow, it really makes you think how quick the 9 series is really becoming a recommended card. It has been for a while now, but I'm just saying like it just becomes more apparent with my favorite type of video games like simulations. At City Skylines, I like to play that sometimes. That doesn't really, other than a good CPU, I don't think it really requires too heavy of a GPU load, other than maybe the graphics. And this game also requires a decent CPU because there's a lot of different individual AI going on, so I guess there's that as well. Here, this looks pretty good, I think. I think this will be fine for now. I'll touch this later. Now I'll probably get a shot of this. Oh, I'll just take a picture of it. It looks very incomplete, but it looks still pretty good, I think. Okay, quick. I pulled a Gyazo image, so that's. I didn't really take an actual in-game screenshot. I should, but I didn't. Use it as a thumbnail actually for video. So about right here, this is kind of an awkward spot because it's in between three different things. It's in between a body of water, it's between the concrete, and it's in between, like, it's just in between all of it. It's just, ugh, mess. I think here, there shouldn't really be anything too crazy in terms of the foliage, bushes, and maybe some flowers that go like right here. Other than that, nothing really too crazy. I should probably work up more on here. I'm gonna give this more of a quarry type look, like someone kind of decided to mine here a little bit, maybe. Then spread some more dirt around and perhaps some other types of rock. But for now, this will be the dominant source. Thing. Way too big. Or all this to be the rock color, right? Shrink this and just fix it up a bit. That color. Reduce the intensity by a lot and just run through this a little bit. It looks like dirt. I don't know why it's called rock. It looks more like dirt, but whatever. I mean, really. Try the texture of this too, actually. Quick. Another very important part that some people seem to not forget but don't do is they don't texture really the surface that much. And I think having a good textured surface also gives a lot of detail towards the environment because there is such thing as a lot of green, and you need some like type of other color to break it up a little bit. So here it's not so bad. Actually, here it's pretty good because I have the rocks differentiating the colors of trees, um, the rocks, and the concrete structure that's quote unquote protecting from the coaster. But in reality, it's not really doing shit. But we'll probably raise that now I just said that. For an RCT3, when you colored the edge of this, where you colored the edge of this, this side would also get texture too, but here, unfortunately, you can change the texture of that. That's why I'm so anal about having shit being placed outside. Not, like I said, not all the way over here, but just outside, or terraformed, because you could texture the outside of this place. That's why I'm so anal about that. Change the exterior of the ground, but you can't add anything or malform it, deform it. Looks to be definitely a lot going on here now. So this is good. I think this is save. Ignore my weird saves. Raise this a little bit. Pardon me. I didn't get detected on the microphone. Probably did. So now, next. Yes, I would do here. Like I said, I'm touching this area last. Not so sure. This might actually get entirely redesigned for the good. Um, yeah, I'm just not so sure what to do with it. Or assign one of the handymen. That's or not the handyman, janitors. Wing Rider. My new roster. Storm Chaser. That's the name of the ride, by the way. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. And I'll see. Work roster. That's also a turn. Guy to that. Don't believe I have any security guards, so I'm gonna hire probably 3. I just say actually these are probably my favorite iterations of maintenance or the staff, in my opinion. Like they're so lovable. I mean, come on, King Coaster is absolutely my favorite. He's my favorite one, hands down. Because I don't know, he's just, he's a goofy little boy, you know. Where's he at? Yeah, there he is. Could free roam him, or probably gonna assign him somewhere soon. But I usually like to assign staff somewhere. Nice, nice. I'm here actually. back to work. That's all we care about. Not these stupid peeps, right? So Wing Rider, I'm gonna wait for Crane to actually come here. Wing Rider, pretty big, or in terms, the car is pretty big for obvious reasons. So pause when it's right here, so this way kind of get an accurate thing to show how close I can get to the actual car. Nope. Completely overlooked that. Completely overlooked. I'm so mad at myself right now. Probably good like 2 to 3 feet now. I should probably look around and see if that actually happens anywhere else. No, honestly, I don't think it really does happen anywhere else. Hmm. Okay, that's done. Or yeah, beach. True. Place an ash tree or oak. Oak's a little too big. I think they're too big to be put too close, in my opinion. So good thing I checked that because that really did annoy me a little bit. I can't believe I just let that go unscathed. I guess a good technique when making this is you could technically put catwalks And if the coaster itself lies outside the catwalks, or if any foliage goes, like if it's outside the catwalks, it's fine. If it's inside, it means you gotta change it up. But that could be a smart idea to do it. But at this rate, I mean, once I know about coasters not to do that, but like I feel like I can get away with that because I was aware of what wind coasters, how big they are, except for that part right here. But other than that, I had a pretty good idea. Like I thought this was too close, but in reality, it kind of wasn't. It was kind of, I won't say just right, but it was. You could argue it's maybe a little too close, but other than that, I mean, I think it's not too bad. Kind of gets the job done. Um, Anywho. So bad. I guess I'll try to differentiate up a little bit. I'll put some of this down. Like I said, I like to use this for some type of grass. Usually I would put it away, like a bit away from a coaster to go. It really isn't. It's more recommended to use it for like the pirate theme or but I like to use it for grass. Have something right here, perhaps. Oh well. Actually, I feel like I do need something right here, but I don't know what exactly. Maybe extend the bush this way, or add more rocks. Probably not any more rocks. Probably sick of it after this point. Get that big. that. Say I would put flowers down like right here, but I didn't realize how close it was. I'll take a grass right here. We had a rock right here where it could show pretty close. Right out. If I don't like it, I'll just get rid of it. Do a fun little POV of this. Let's show. Do it from the seat just for fun. It is a little more janky because of the fact I did use the grapevine technique. I am liking the way this is coming out. This is coming out a lot better every time I watch a POV of this, which is nice. I just think that is a bit too steep. Like after just looking at that or just writing that, I actually just got the thought this might be too steep. about that. I don't know. Anyway, so I got this part pretty much done. That's good. So side and well, I might as well spam trees here. Honestly, might as well. But I won't just like spam trees, but I'll just place a few down. Because I'm not good idea. Hang on. Push. Oh, that sounds like bacon frying. They did it on purpose. There's no way. Has to sound like bacon. It grabs you in any way possible. Definitely give it. I'll give Planet Coaster this. Has a really good soundtrack. A really, really good one. Doesn't really make up the excuse of having a okay poster designer at best. Oh, really make the zone feel really weird if I do that. Uh, watch this from a POV. Hang on a minute. I don't know if I like that. Don't know if I like that. Maybe I should probably get rid of this. Make some like that, and then again, this is the problem. You can't do that because it just looks so bizarre. Uh, you can kind of mask it a little bit. Like from some angles, you can't even tell like this is all there is. It does bug me. Again, I'm just gonna have to live with that. I can't. So I'll work on the station a bit more now. Check my time. Currently at a little over an hour. Cool. I'll do this. Then I'll probably work a bit on the queue, and then I'll call it for now for a few hours because I'm tired. I want to take a nap. So when I detail brick walls, ignore that clipping by the way. I was kind of being lazy. Anyway, so to counter the brick wall being like just bland like that, I usually like to do some type of like put wood over it, kind of like this, but not like that. So I'll have to fix that since I did. But anyway, so I do like to put wood going around, so I'm going to do that. I feel like it adds a bit of detail to it that, um, and it gives it a little more life. I like having, I like having some wood on things. Actual wood. Don't get any funny ideas now. But yeah, I like to use these beam frameworks a lot. I like using them a lot, but for this type of structure, it's not best to use them. I'll probably use I'll use them like so. In fact, go to the wooden. If I pick a wooden column, I usually what the hell? That was weird. Anyway, so I like to use these wooden post beams as some type of thing. Normally put it like right there, for example, but in this case, it's not going to work too well because the let's say I split it from the building, which I don't kind of really want to do. Doesn't look that amazing. Something like this normally looks, in my opinion, I think it looks pretty good. And then just simple detailing, really, nothing too spectacular, but nothing. It just adds a bit more life to the building itself, I think. And what I would do next, probably duplicate and then advanced move it all the way over the other side. Right here, just like that. Up a bit. I guess for over here, I could do this something very similar. That's something like that could look good. Really, where it starts to get a problem to have when you have too much of something going on is when like every single square is just covered with the wood. Like it's almost like, why do you have brick there, really? No. Let's try not to go for that. Let's try to make it more simple. And those what's it called? The victims, poor people. 2017, 2017. And then on this over here, could do a column. I could try a column instead, which probably end up actually going to do because it actually doesn't look that bad. Could end it like literally like right there. Actually, I'm going to do that. Add a little bit of asymmetry to this by not having it right there, like that. Now already I could tell this kind of adds it for the better. I could change the colors around, but I'm probably more than likely to. Can't do it for that unfortunately, so never mind. I can't really do it. Never mind. Unless I change it, I can't do it. I'm lazy. I don't feel like, which is kind of a problem. Broken down. The mechanic who's the first person view. Huh. I didn't know you could do that. That's interesting. You know what I mean? Level of detail in this game is insanity. Let's see it for now. I think I didn't get a whole lot of work done, but I got a lot of other stuff done. Really, I got a lot done, I think. So watching. Thanks for watching, and uh, I'll be doing this again probably. An hour and 12 minutes. That's not bad.